on up. Oh goodness. Speak of the devil, folks. We were talking about the Lions yesterday on the show, and that we haven't heard anything from Dan Campbell in a while, and that was a good thing. We don't like hearing from Dan Campbell because every time he opens his mouth or does something, we're just like, this is the guy? This is the guy the Lions are trusting to finally turn around their organization? Dan Campbell? But speak of the devil, and he will show up, because as soon as we were done with the show yesterday, we get a quote by Dan Campbell, and once again, it's just, this is the guy? After Matt Patricia, 2.5 years, this is the guy you guys go with? To finally get it done? To finally not be the laughingstock of the league? We are turning a new chapter in the NFL era, folks. We are now in the 17-game era. Get it done. Forget about the 16-game schedule for the last 20-plus years. This is the time to finally get it done, to turn over a new leaf, to finally get on track and get the recognition. It's, who's going to have the Patriots dynasty of the 2000s to 2020? Who's going to have that Patriots dynasty in the 17-game era? This was the chance for the Lions to go out and do it. But they hired Dan Campbell. That's not happening, folks. Dan Campbell's not going to be able to do what Bill Belichick did with his Patriots team. We know this. And the Lions actively went out and sought after this man. So he opens his mouth yesterday. And once again, we had this Lions team ranked number 32 in the NFL. Absolutely garbage. Absolutely bad. There's nothing that we can truly get behind. Maybe Jared Goff. Maybe. We're iffy on Jared Goff still. The running backs, once again, we're kind of iffy on as well. There's nothing truly that we can sink our teeth into on this team. And with especially Dan Campbell being the head coach, no. We can definitely not get behind this team. So here we go. Let's read the quote, folks. Let's read this shameful. Let's read this absolutely shameful quote here. So here we go. Dan Campbell on what he told the Lions on day one. I don't even want to read this, folks. I truly don't want to read this. I don't want these words coming out of my mouth, but I have to read it. So here we go. Dan Campbell on what he told the Lions on day one. Quote, I said, look, I'm not carrying your toilet paper around. I'm not going to wipe your butt. You're going to wipe your own butt. You handle it, and I'll treat you like men until you prove otherwise. That's the big motivational speech that you wanted to kind of give your team. That was your first impression. I'm not going to wipe your butt. You're going to wipe your own butt. I'm going to treat you like men until you prove otherwise. I'm not carrying around your toilet paper. Who says these words, folks? Who strings these words together like this? This is like the most baseline thing. This is what you tell modified kids, folks. Pee-wee football kids, Pop Warner football kids. This is what you tell them. Hey, we're men here. I know you all are 8, but we're men now. You are on a grown man field, and we are men. I'm not going to wipe your butt. And then it gets kind of a giggle out of the kids. But that's like baseline first year of football stuff. And Dan Campbell brought that to the highest level. This is the guy. This is the guy that the Lions went with after seeing the train wreck that was Matt Patricia. Look, I'm not going to carry your toilet paper around. I'm not going to wipe your butt. You're going to wipe your own butt. Do you needed to say both of those sentences back to back? The first sentence implies the second sentence. I'm not going to wipe your butt. Oh, okay, so I have to wipe my own butt. Okay, so if I'm following the logic, yeah, I have to wipe my own butt. And then he goes out and said, I'm not going to wipe your butt. Folks, Lions fans, you like this? This is what you want from your head coach? You think Sean Payton ever said this? You think Bill Belichick ever said this? Not their first year, not their second year, not ever. They never uttered these words. This is what you tell the Pop Warner, the 8, the 7, the flag football when they're just getting introduced to the sport. This is what you tell those kids. I'm not going to wipe your butt. Hey, You know, we're men here. We're grown-ups on this field. Let's go get it done. I'm going to treat you like grown-ups. I know your parents don't treat you like grown-ups. They say you're only a kid, but this is a grown man sport. And I know we're only 8 out here, but we're going to learn the fundamentals. We're going to get better. I'm not going to kind of hold your hand. There's no hand holding. You know, we're all going to go get it done. We're all going to kind of improve together as a team. I'm not going to wipe your butt. And like, you know, they all giggle at that. And, you know, that's fine. They're 8. You know, they can laugh at that. That's fine. That's understandable. That's kind of why you say it, to lighten the tensions a little bit. You just told these 8-year-old kids they're going to be grown men now. So throw in a little playful, hey, I'm not going to wipe your butt. You're going to have to wipe your own butt still. Ha 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 ha. You know, get the laugh, get the kind of crowd, you know, engaging a little bit. But you tell them, if you talk to me like this as 25 plus years old, I've got no respect for you right off the rip. Yeah, nobody's asking you to wipe my butt. How about you say wipe my ass? How about that? I mean, if you're going to kind of, you know, use this kind of very, very, I mean, folks, this is the ground level stuff we're talking about. And that's what we would expect from Dan Campbell, never being a head coach before. So he's kind of in this kind of infantile stage of coaching. So he's going to bring out the infantile kind of coaching lessons and phrases and all that to get the reaction. So once again, folks, we are truly 100% off of this Lions team. I can't back Dan Campbell, folks. I've tried. He was a Dolphins interim head coach, and I gave him a chance. I kind of, you know, when that kind of move off of, I think it was after Joe Philbin. I think that's when we moved him, because we fired Joe Philbin, I believe, middle of the season, and then we brought in Dan Campbell because he was on the team. He was our tight ends coach, I believe, and so we move him over to head coach, and like after week 1, I was like, oh, okay, I can get behind this man. But as the weeks progressed, I'm like, yeah, this man is not a head coach, not even close. And I know he was he was the assistant head coach for the Saints, learning from Sean Payton, but I'm not seeing he's learning anything from Sean Payton here. After the first couple of months as the head coach, he's not learning anything from Sean Payton. This is clear. Sean Payton would do none of this. None of the acts, wearing the motorcycle helmet. Telling his grown adult players that he's not going to wipe their butts for them. You have to wipe your own butt. So, I like the end of it. Kind of. I'll treat you like grown men. That's what I want to hear. Yes, we are all grown men. You will treat me like a grown man. Until you prove otherwise, I don't kind of like that. You know, that kind of hostility in talking. I'm not a big fan of that, folks. If you're trying to motivate and get people to behind you, I don't like this kind of backhand talking. Hey, I'm going to treat you like grown men until you prove otherwise. And then I'm going to get you, then I'm going to, you know, not respect you as a man and all that. Like, I don't like that kind of, I don't know how to describe it. Just the aggressive language. I don't like that. The reading into the language. I'm not a big fan of that. So just overall, Dan Campbell, he would lose me instantly on this team. I would request a trade after day 1. That's what he said day 1, folks. Dan Campbell on what he told the Lions on day 1. That you're meeting your new head coach for the first time. A head coach is meeting his team for the first time. First impressions are everything. And this was his first impression? I'm out. As soon as the word butt comes out of his mouth, I'm walking off the field. I'm done. I'm not doing this. I'm not ruining my career for you to have a chance to maybe prove yourself as head coach, and it's not even going to work out. We know this man's not going to be a good head coach, folks. I'm out after this. Day 1, I'm out. I'm requesting a trade. If I'm Jared Goff, you need to get out of Detroit as soon as possible, because your kind of career is on the line. His kind of future career in the NFL is on the line. He just got tossed out of Los Angeles Rams because, you know, Sean McVay, a kind of a real good head coach in this league, said he can't play. And now he's going down to Dan Campbell's system, which is instantly going to sink. 100%, and now it's just going to get put on Jared Goff even more. So if I'm Jared Goff, you have to get out of Detroit as soon as possible to try to save your career as much as you can. The longer he's there, the harder it is for Jared Goff is going to have to get a new job in this league. So that's Dan Campbell, folks. Every time we hear something about this man, we're just like, this This is it. This was the hire. Man, I don't get it sometimes, folks. I truly don't. I mean, how could you, like, I know he's a great energy on a team. He's not a head coach. I don't want to knock Dan Campbell 100%. I do think kind of that great motivation and that good energy, I do think that is needed on the team, but that's like a tight ends coach role. Maybe defensive coordinator. I think Robert Saleh did that great. We'll see how he transitions to the head coach. But this is not a head coach, folks. This is not a true leader that has to kind of get everything organized and then lead and then task on top of task on top of task. This is kind of an assistant coach somewhere, a special teams assistant coach somewhere. It's not a head coach. So Dan Campbell, his big message on day one, I'm not going to wipe your butt for you. Okay. Thank you, Dan. Thank you for telling us that, since we didn't know that already. Jeez. Oh, man. Folks, it drives me crazy, folks. Y'all don't even understand. It drives me crazy whenever I hear this man open his mouth. And I see people. Hang on, let me go through the comments. Are people cheering this on? Because Bleacher Report Gridiron, who tweeted this out, said, "Put this Dan Campbell quote in the Hall of Fame, the Hall of Infamy." You remember that Fairly Odd Parents episode, the Hall of Infamy? This is the quote in the Hall of Infamy, not the Hall of Fame. Jeez. What else do we get here? We're going to read the comments here to see if anybody's kind of actually getting behind this. Better coach than Bill Bellafraud. That's obviously a troll. Automatically became a top 3 coach in the league. Did someone ask him to wipe? Did someone ask him to wipe their butt for them, I wonder? Truly. Grown-ass coach telling grown-ass men the business. I love it. You love this? Really? This is the business you love? Dan, let's go. Dan, let's go. So inspiring and uplifting compared to the clown show that was Patricia. You don't think this is a clown show? LMAO, players can't take this dude serious, and that's it 100%, folks. You have to respect your head coach. Look at all the head coaches in the league, folks. Kind of stoic most of the time, shows little emotion when it's needed. Players feed off of that, folks. Hey, if I can get kind of a fist pump out of the head coach, then I know I'm definitely doing something right, 100%. Bill Belichick, Sean Payton. I mean, these are Super Bowl winning head coaches, folks. Mike Tomlin. Lions are going to be scary. I just don't know if scary good. That is true 100%. They will be scary bad. Absolutely scary bad. Your team's coach. Boring, lame, uninspired. Lions head coach. Exciting, awesome, and new, unique. I don't know if I want that from my head coaches, though, honestly. Jeez, folks. I mean, yeah, everybody's not buying this, so I'm glad on that. I'm glad nobody's kind of saying, hey, this was actually great motivation, and yeah. So, folks, if you're a Lions fan, I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. I don't, like, if this was my head coach, I would have to think about tearing the flag down, tearing the 3-piece panel, canvas art down, and I'd have to change teams immediately. I'm not rocking with this, folks. I can't get behind this man. 0%. So, that's where we'll leave Dan Campbell, folks. Absolutely. It's embarrassing. This is embarrassing. I would be embarrassed if I said this, folks. I would be embarrassed. So, we'll see more. Obviously, we don't want to hear any more from this man. We will. It's inevitable. He's the head coach. We will hear from him, but I don't think he doesn't get it, folks. I don't think he gets it, but let's move on. Let's move on because I'm about to go crazy. I'm about to go psycho on that. But let's move on. Here we go.